Trying to see what we got here. Hey, want to welcome everybody. It's 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I always tell people that's God's time is Central Standard Time. So, anyway, welcome here to At Cost Metals. My name is Todd Bell. I'm not the person you see most often on these calls, but we are spreading it out because we're doing a whole week of calls this week. We started last night. We're doing one tonight, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all the way up to Saturday, and that's why we're having different people be a voice for At Cost Metals. I'm an independent distributor and affiliate within At Cost Metals, and I absolutely love the people that I'm working with in this company, and I love what this company represents and what it's doing. And so tonight we're just going to talk very simply about what At Cost is. The title says it all, but I want to kind of give you a little story about how I got introduced to this. Going back in the early 2000s, I'm a father of 6 kids. Um, we were busy right in the thick of raising those kids. I'm also have done a lot of ministry, so never have been on the never had up to that point been on the let's say rich side of the scale in terms of economic prosperity. I was a missionary, evangelist, teacher, preacher, that kind of thing, raising 6 kids, putting them through school, everything that's involved in that cost. And I was literally one day sitting with my head in my hands going, man, what can I do to make some extra money and develop an income that will enable me to do what I need to do for my family. And literally within minutes, I got a call. Now, I'm not going to tell all the details of that story, but what I want to say is some of what we're going to talk about is a type of, first of all, At Cost Metals is a business that is a system that enables you to do something that nobody else on the planet is doing. And we're going to describe what that is. But I'm also going to share with you very frankly and honestly that it's also a system that enabled me to school my children, raise my kids to be incredible, responsible adults. We have 17 grandchildren now that are all 10 and under. They call me Stogie, which is the best granddad name ever. But we're all live within 45 minutes of each other, our family, and incredibly tight and incredibly close. But the business model, the system that we're going to talk about is what enabled me to do that. I have zero school debt. None of my kids have school debt. We were able to supply what was needed through some of what we're going to talk about tonight. And again, I'm going to go very, very quickly, but I wanted to kind of give you a glimpse into my life as to why this is important to me. It's been 12 years since I had last done anything remotely like this. And I got a call out of the blue, and I was, not looking for anything, not particularly dialed into gold and silver at all. In fact, the question that Todd Ganofsky asked me, who Todd is on this call, was, "Are you into gold and silver at all?" And my easy answer was, "No, I'm not." And it's not because I think it's a bad idea. It's just I'm not focused on it. I've got a full life and a lot of other things going on. But I'll tell you what, since that was in June of this year, since that time I've really done a deep dive and educated myself into why having some gold and silver is absolutely critical. I think we're reaching a moment in time in history where having economic sovereignty is a very important thing, and gold and silver allow for that. So let's just kind of get on with talking about what At Cost Metals is. What's a successful company? It's perfect timing. Have you listened to one podcast, one television show, one radio show, talk show where they're not talking about getting gold and silver? I haven't. It's been many years where that's been a constant drumbeat, and it's gotten louder and louder through the years. And I think the timing of this, everybody's talking about it. One of the things that convinced me and brought me across the line on getting involved was after Todd called me and I said, no, I'm not involved, interested, and really, got other things going on. I was sitting with a friend of mine, and I just reached over and popped him on the knee and said, "Are you into gold and silver at all?" That's literally the question I asked. "Are you into gold and silver and all?" He said, tons. And he pulled up his accounts and he showed me what he had. And I was so shocked. He would have been the last person I would have thought. And the more I've had that conversation, the more I realized that there are so many people that are looking for how to get their hands on gold and silver, how to get involved with gold and silver, and know that they've got the best price and the best way to do it. Well, that's what I'm going to introduce you tonight. Perfect products, perfect business model. And what is that business model? It's a system that enables you to participate in something. It's a private membership. You can only become part of At Cost Metals at the invitation of someone else. At Cost Metals pays members to invite other people. So rather than throw our money out there, TV ads, radio ads, podcasters, everything, they keep it within the community. They just pay you if you introduce somebody and they join. And it's absolutely, here's a third point and one that's surprising, but I'm going to prove it to you. It's absolutely impossible to lose money as a part of At Cost Metals. And in a word, here's why. When you take a fiat currency, which is what our dollar has become, a fiat currency means it's backed by nothing. When you take that and exchange it for real gold and silver, you are not losing money, even if the gold goes down or the silver goes down or it goes up or whatever. The market fluctuations happen. It's impossible to lose money when you're trading fiat for real money. Gold and silver have been real money for 6,000 years. It'd be almost like me taking monopoly money, $100,000 of monopoly money to the store, paying for something, and then griping that I didn't get what I thought I deserved for my money. It's practically the same thing. That paper money is ultimately worth nothing. So you're trading for real money, and that is gold and silver. So that's why it's impossible to lose money. So the private membership, you're invited by other members. ACM will pay you to invite other members, and it's impossible to lose money. More about the company. It's a brand new company, but the ownership are seasoned people. We met them in Dallas in October. They've been in the gold and silver business for 20 plus years, more than that, 28 years, offering true actual at cost pricing on precious metal bullion. Its valuable numismatics are also part of the way you can exchange fiat for real money, for silver, for gold, and is a very lucrative compensation plan. We'll get into that a little bit here shortly. Why are metals so important? I was doing a little deep dive into this, and I can illustrate it this way. 1965, I was born. So I'm 59 years old. In 1965, I was born. $1 would buy you 1 ounce of silver. Now I could have taken $2,500 and bought a Ford Mustang for $2,500 in 1965, or I could have taken 2,500 ounces of silver and bought a Ford Mustang in 1965. Fast forward to where we are today. What if I had $2,500 and I had just saved it? Or I had 2,500 ounces of silver and I've saved that. That $2,500 wouldn't even buy a new transmission in a Ford Mustang today. But that 2,500 ounces of silver would buy two Mustangs and I'd have $20,000 left over. So that is the value of metals. That as the dollar sinks in its capabilities and its buying power, it's sunk over 97% in 111 years. The dollar has since 1914. 97% of its buying power we've lost. And 24% more of that was lost between 2020 and 2022 of that last 3%. So the dollar is rapidly declining, is being debased by massive printing press, $1 trillion every 100 days. That's why owning silver and gold is very important because it gives you financial sovereignty. It does away with the ebbs and flows of what's going on with the dollar. You've got something that has intrinsic value, not imaginary value. So we have all the same gold, all the same silver that you can find it anywhere else. But how cool is it to know that when you come to at cost metals, you never even have to worry about whether you're getting the best price. You are always getting the best price. There's a way that we can know that. Let me just give you some examples. When this slide was produced, the silver eagle, it's the most purchased coin in the world, silver eagle. We have four different companies that were pricing it at 29.90, 31.54, 31.01, 31.24. Our price at cost metals was 26.48. You can just look at the percentage of savings between 12.5 to 18.5% over every other online dealer. And that's the best and the biggest ones that I could sit there and name them to you. So if you're buying the exact same thing, why start out paying 12 to 18% more than everybody else? So if that makes sense to you, now let's talk about the membership and the plans of the rewards of being a member and the rewards of how you are paid also to invite other people. There's two packages. 400 bucks. I'll say 399 metals plus package is 18 months. And the $149 metals package is 1 year. The 18-month package, the 399 package, you get three silver MS70 numismatic coins as part of the package. They're worth market value today $75 each, so or $225 for all three of them. That comes with the $399 package. So already you're beginning to stack silver and have silver in your collection. And now, if you extrapolate that 18 months over the remainder of that 399, it's about $9.80 per month. It's the best deal we've got going. The $149 metals package is 1 year. Again, it's 12 months, and there's no silver that comes with it. But it also enables you to have full access to purchase gold and silver directly from the suppliers. And that's how we win. People ask, how are we always the lowest? It's because we don't mark up the metals. What our product is memberships. At cost metals product is memberships. The metals are what you get access to by becoming a member of at cost metals. So as a member, when you go online and you look and you choose what you want to buy, when you hit that pay button, it's going directly to the suppliers that every other metals company purchases from. Every other dealer purchases from the same exact suppliers. But here's the difference: they mark up because that's where their profit is. We don't, because that's not where our profit is. Our profits are in the memberships. Our profits are in the coin of the month. And I'm going to talk about that shortly, the Get Ahead monthly program. When you join as a member, and we highly recommend the 399 metals plus package, just simply because you're already beginning to gather silver. The MS70. The MS70 is a mint standard 70. It's a perfect coin. It's only a few of the silver eagles that get printed are allowed to be an MS70 coin. So you're getting three of those as part of the package, and they're absolutely beautiful. I've got them hidden away somewhere in my house, but I love to get them out and look at them every now and then. And anytime I show them to people, they just want to stare at them. I was doing a presentation last week, and I was showing it to somebody while I was talking. They didn't hear a word I said because they were so captivated by the beauty of the coin. But the Get Ahead monthly program allows you every month to exchange between 80 to $90 a month for another MS70. So you're again trading fiat for another MS70 that's shipped directly to your home. So anytime that you shop for metals, gold, silver, precious bar, bullion, any precious metals, bars, everything that you can find anywhere else, you're exchanging dollars in our system. You hit that buy button, it's drop shipped directly to your house. But on a monthly basis with our Get Ahead monthly program, it allows you to do that, just set it and forget it, just not even think about it. So it's a wonderful part of the program. And I will say that over 80% of the people that I know that are in at cost metals are part of the Get Ahead monthly program. So if you save 12 to 18% on your gold and silver orders, you're ecstatic about it. 12 to 18%, that's real money. I had a gentleman that joined one day. He was an older guy, and I helped him sign up on the website. He wasn't even quite sure how to navigate the website. So we got him signed up. Very next day, he ordered $19,700 worth of metals. I know this because he left our meeting and went to the bank to wire the money. It was in his account immediately, same day after he wired it on the Friday morning, and he made his order. Those were drop shipped to his house within 7 days. And since then, he's ordered six additional times. And he told us 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, that he saved over 18% from the other dealers he was buying from. And I could name who they are. It's a very reputable company, and they're talked about by lots of podcasters and conservative radio hosts. But he saved 18. He said over 18% off of their pricing. So you think he's not ecstatic about it? He's ecstatic. That's real money. That's about $40,000 that he saved. So what is he naturally doing? When he joined, he told me, I don't want to be, I'm not going to be an affiliate. I'm just going to order medals. But now he's talking about it. So now he's inviting other people to be part of at cost medals. So what happens when you invite people to be a part of the at cost medals membership? At cost medals pays you. We don't pay television ads. We don't take out radio ads. We don't pay podcasters. We pay you. One of the ways At Cost Metals helps everyone to have more metals is we keep the money within the membership community. And that's also the way that we don't have to mark up our metals, is we're not having to spend extravagant amounts of money in television marketing, radio marketing, podcasters. We share it amongst ourselves through the membership model. Costco, Todd Ganofsky was sharing with us one time. Costco makes 73% of their profits through memberships, not the stuff they sell on the floors. It's the membership. At Cost Metals makes their money through the memberships. That's our model. And that enables us to then give each person access directly to the suppliers, the nine suppliers that the U.S. Mint sell their metals to. Those nine suppliers sell to every other dealer throughout the country. And so all of those dealers buy from these suppliers, then they mark up. That's how they keep their lights on, pay their staff, and make their profits. And they sell them to you. Now, I will say this today, I was checking some prices, even just for the fun of it. A sales price on one of the biggest online dealers, a sale price on the Golden Eagle. And by the way, it was they were doing a special sale on it. It was the Silver Eagle. You could get one coin to however many others, all for the same price. Usually they charge more for one coin versus multiples. At cost metals, our price is the price you pay for one coin or 1,000. But even their sale price, their best price, was more than ours, about 10% higher than ours. So it's so cool to know that when you go online to buy your metals, you are always getting the best deal simply because there's no markup between that supplier and your home. Okay. So that's confidence. So what happens when you're now ecstatic and you're talking about it? At Cost Metals pays you to invite other people. There's an affiliate comp plan that comes as a compensation plan. Every other sales um, company in the world has a structure whereby they pay their agents, right? Well, in our membership, there's also a structure and how we pay people who want to talk about it, who want to be part of a system that invites other people to be a part of that cost metals. So there's a $50 direct commission for the introduction of the $399 metals package. Plus, there's 100 points that go into a binary. A binary simply means two sides. Those points begin to add up, not only with the people that you invite. When you invite someone on your right side, someone on your left, you now have two sales teams that are part of your system. And as that system develops and builds out, those points start accruing, not only from your efforts, but everybody that's in that binary system. All right. So those points add up. And every time there's 500 points on one side and 500 points of the other, it results in what we call a cycle. And you get $500 deposited into your account. And it's amazing as the multiplication aspect takes place and the teams grow. Maybe you just started with one invitation, to one person, and a few weeks later you invited someone else, and maybe you're not aggressively building, but then those people begin to build and talk about it, and before you know it, you've got points accruing, and you've got direct commissions that are coming your direction as well, and those points result in money, cash that the company pays you. Now, what are you going to do with that cash? Some people turn it back into, you can turn it back and order more metals. Um, exchange that fiat for real money. Or some people, $500 to $1,000 extra a month is a life changing situation. It can create a massive change in your family and your financial situation. So we're here to all help each other as a team to build and create that kind of exponential growth. So there are different ranks within the company. The associate rank, which means you've just invited a couple of people, one on your right, one on your left, you can earn up to $2,000 a week as that team builds out and grows. The system works. Silver level, you can earn up to $10,000 a week. That's with three invitations on one side and three invitations on the other side. And as the team grows, you can earn up to $10,000 a week. That's significant income. May not happen tomorrow, but it might happen next year as the team grows. That's part of the joy of developing and being part of the system and the membership and the community that develops here. And with the gold, you can earn up to $30,000 a week, and that's you having directly invited six people on each side, six on your right, six on your left, and then as the team grows, you can earn up to $30,000 a week. I want something that's very powerful and that enabled me to be financially free. And that is what's called residual income. That's income that you're no longer working for. Now, this is just one slide. I could go there are multiple levels of this that I could show you, but this is just one slide. If you have a growing team and they're all on the coin of the month, which adds 20 points into your system on both sides, 20 points on the right, 20 points on the left. Anytime someone over there is involved in the coin of the month, when you have 25 on your left and your right, that's $500 a month of income coming from the coin of the month. Is that amazing? Or 50 and 50 develops $1,000 a month. That's rent money. Or two car payments. Or 100 on each side is $2,000 a month. 200 on each side is $4,000 a month. So that's the residual income that begins to develop in your team as you're building, as you're growing, as the system is working. And that what you know is happening is that everyone is exchanging fiat for real money, and it's resulting in the growth of your income through that taking place as well. So it's an exciting thing to be a part of. There's a lot more details we could go into and how the company pays you, but I wanted to emphasize tonight that this is a membership. It's a community. We have very close relationships and close friendships. We're all working together to introduce people to what we have here. The value of at-cost metals is that you can know when you go online and you go to purchase that metal that you are always getting the best price. Nobody can beat our price. So the bottom line is the best way to participate in precious metals, to build your store of wealth, to hedge against the decline of the dollar. The dollar is being debased every single day. And so we can hedge against that. We can have a store of wealth and a safety against that. We have the best bullion prices and rewards program, which I've talked about briefly tonight. And we would love for you to be a part of it. You were invited here by somebody that thinks enough of you to want you to be a part of at-cost metals. That's why I feel so blessed and privileged to be here too. That I was invited by somebody, even I hadn't spoken with him in 15 years, called me out of the blue and Todd said, "Hey, do you think, are you into gold and silver at all?" And I said, "No, but here I am. And I'm very, very excited to be a part of it." So someone thought that highly of you as well, to want you to learn about it, to know about it, to hear about it, and to understand what a difference it can make in your life. So we want to welcome you. We want to thank you. Get back to the person that invited you here. And I want to thank Todd and Jody for making this platform available where we could get on here. And they're wonderful people in this business. So we look forward to getting to know you. Get back to the person who invited you. Talk to them about it. They might put you on a three-way call with any one of us, which will be perfectly fine because we love to talk about at cost metals. So we want to thank you, bless you, God bless your night, and thank you for being here tonight.